What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got a new Tamer to talk about, and this, I think it's probably the most exciting Tamer we've seen so far. Like, certainly up to now, I've made absolutely no secret of the fact that the best Tamer we've had is Mimi Tachikawa. Giving yourself an extra breeding phase is amazing, and I'm slightly biased because I tend to play more green than any other colour, but I don't particularly care. Mimi is the best Tamer we've had so far, and I think I've been pretty clear about my opinion on that. Yeah, we've got a new contender, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a new Tamer, which might actually be better, and I do not say that lightly. This one looks amazing. Now, our translation actually comes from the lovely folks over at DTCG Review over on Twitter, and I've said it many times before, and I'll probably say it many times again. It's an amazing Twitter handle. If you're not following it, why are you not following it? And what we've got is Aiba Takumi here, and I know this person because, now I haven't actually played the game yet, which is a source of personal embarrassment, but I have gone and bought the Digimon games on the Switch, and Aiba is on the cover, so I know that Aiba's from those games, and I am going to play those games soon because they look so good. I'm so busy, alright? Be nice to me. So anyway, what are we talking about here? Oh yeah, we're talking about a ridiculously good Tamer. So what we've got here are two skills. The first skill, on your turn, when you evolve a Digimon, you may rest this Tamer to draw a card. Oh yeah, I should mention it's only a 2-cost Tamer. So 2 cost is about as cheap as we get. 2 cost is ridiculously cheap. And then every turn you're going to draw a card. And you're going to do this every turn, right? Unless you're playing a Rookie Rush deck. And if you're playing this, you're not playing a Rookie Rush deck. You'll get that in a minute. You are definitely going to be drawing a card every turn. Okay, no, that's clumsy wording. You are almost certainly going to be drawing a card every turn. The vast majority of turns you're going to be evolving, so you're drawing an extra card every turn. And if you're giving me a 2-cost Tamer that is going to draw me a card every turn, I am in. Like, if this did not have a second effect, I would consider this to be a phenomenal Tamer. If you're giving me a 2-cost Tamer that is going to draw me a card every turn, yes, that is brilliant and awesome and phenomenal and wonderful, and I absolutely love it. I am swapping not much in terms of cost for... I mean, if I can get this out early, I'm probably drawing 3, 4, 5 cards during the course of the game, and you'll let me do that for 2 memory. Though I suppose I should at this stage give a shout out to the Taikamiya V Tamer here. It is a 2-cost Tamer that also lets you draw a card by suspending the Tamer, but it only works in a V-Dramon deck. Now, when Old Force V-Dramon was everywhere and doing brilliantly, then it was phenomenal. But we are unfortunately at the stage now where even over in Japan, I'm just not seeing Old Force V-Dramon decks doing particularly well anymore, which means I think the time for this one is over. Still a really cool promo that you should absolutely be trying to get your hands on. Remember, it's one of the box topper promos that we got from Booster 1.0, and for what it's worth, Booster 1.5 as well. So, you know, something to bear in mind. But in terms of drawing, this Tamer's the best, and I love it. Unless you don't Digivolve every turn, which, come on, you should be. Especially given that you're drawing extra cards, which makes it more likely you're going to get your evolutions. But weirdly enough, that's probably not the best thing about the card. There is a second effect here, and the second effect says, on both players' turns, all level 3 Digimon gain the effect. When attacking, lose 1 memory. Yep. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. We have seen a bunch of Rookie Rush hate. We have seen a bunch of cards that are clearly specifically designed to take out rookies. We see a lot of play at the moment for Volcanic Dramon in the Booster 1.0 meta, because when you play it normally, Volcanic Dramon will delete all your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 power or less. We've seen Nidogmon. Now, Nidogmon is seeing a whole bunch of play over in Japan at the moment. And Nidogmon has got a rather ridiculous skill that when you Digivolve, you can Digiburst 4, trash 4 evolution sources, so you must have gone level 2, 3, 4, 5, and suspend all of your opponent's 5,000 power or less Digimon, and then put all suspended Digimon on the bottom of your opponent's deck, which again is just, against Rookie Rush, that is a suffocating skill. But even compared to Volcanic Dramon and Nidogmon, this is Rookie Rush hate. This is hate for Rookie Rush on a level that we've not seen yet. This is Rookie Rush hate to the point there's no point even playing the deck. Because it is a white Tamer, incidentally the first white Tamer we've seen, which is kind of relevant. It is a 2 cost, which means it will fit into basically any deck super easily. And it loses a memory every time a level 3 attacks. So if your opponent's got like 3 or 4 level 3 Digimon, every time they attack they lose a memory. Which means if you pass it to your opponent with 1 memory, which is absolutely going to be your goal if you're playing this Tamer, and your opponent plays no cards and attacks twice, it's your turn. If they play any cards, it's going to be your turn. So they just attack, but when they attack, they get 2 attacks, and then it's your turn again. Which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It means that they're not going to be able to swarm the field, and that's one of the things that Rookie Rush does, right? You try and give them as little memory as possible, but eventually they're going to get a bunch of rookies out, and that means that they can be attacking with them, and fine, they lose them when they attack, but that's fine. Because they've got them out and, they can play more. They essentially have got 3 on the field. They attack with them and they can play another one and then it's your turn and that's fine. But here, you're making your opponent choose between attacking or playing rookies. And when they attack, they're losing memory, so they're not being able to replenish the rookies that they're losing when they attack the security. And this basically should signal the end of Rookie Rush. Like, we have seen plenty of cards, like I say, Volcanic Dramon, Nidogmon, and they're just examples, there are others, that really hate rookies, and that make it very difficult and awkward to play rookies. But none of them have actually stopped Rookie Rush. They have been a little bit mean, and they have been a little bit oppressive, and they have made it more difficult, but they haven't actually stopped Rookie Rush. This will. There is no way you can be playing a deck that revolves around playing and attacking with level 3s when this is out, when this is a thing. Because you're giving up too much memory. Now, if you play this and then pass your opponent with 10 memory, so they can attack with all of their level 3s and then play a level 3 and reset their board while doing a bunch of attacks, yeah, but that's your own silly fault. And 1 memory can make a difference. I mean, one card that we see in basically every blue deck is Hammerspark, because Hammerspark is amazing. It's a 0 cost card, and when you play it, you gain a memory. If it comes out as a security card, you gain 2 memory. And we see that generally the gaining memory, you gain 1 or 2. We don't see cards that gain you 7 or 8 memory. That would be broken. What we see are cards that give you an extra memory or 2. Like, one I mentioned a bunch lately is the Patamon from the starter deck. If you lower a Digimon's power to 0, and you've evolved something from Patamon, you get to gain a memory. And it's only 1 memory, and it's limited to once during your turn, because too much memory will break the game. We have to be very careful about how much memory we let people gain. So in the context of gaining 1 memory is really good, and that's about the most we're going to let you have, now turn it back to losing 1 memory. Now all of a sudden, losing 1 memory is actually super relevant, and it's not going to be losing 1 memory. It's losing 1 memory every time you attack. For a lot of decks, especially the people who play this, because remember, this is a double-sided effect, it works for you as well, what is essentially going to happen is you're going to slightly mix up how you play. You are going to Digivolve rather than attack. You are going to stop having those occasional turns where you do attack with rookies to try and keep up with the trade. You're going to have to. For a lot of players, this is going to force adaptation. But if you're playing a Rookie Rush deck and you're relying on level 3s, essentially what's going to happen is you're going to lose. Because unless your opponent just keeps negligently giving you lots of memory, and don't get me wrong, sometimes you will give your opponent lots of memory because doing so puts you in a winning position, but unless they're doing so when they really shouldn't, You are not going to be able to run a Rookie Rush deck giving up 1 memory every time you attack. Those blockers that we got back in the starter deck and then the other colours got them later, ones like Grizzlymon, they give up 2 memory when attacking, and my advice for them has always been, yeah, fine, you lose 2 memory when you attack, don't attack. It's not the point of the card. What if your entire deck gives up 1 memory when you attack and you've got no choice? That is not going to end well. I know we've seen a bunch of cards that hate Rookie Rush. Nobody hates Rookie Rush as much as Aiba Takumi hates Rookie Rush. If you're playing Rookie Rush and you run into a deck playing this card, your only hope is, I hope they don't get it out on the field. Because if this card hits the field, it's over. Now, one other thing we do need to bear in mind here, yes, if you're playing it as a 1 or 2 of, it's probably not going to beat Rookie Rush. You need to play it as a 4 of, but do bear in mind, it should draw you an extra card every turn. This is not just Rookie Rush hate. This is really worth playing, even if you never play against Rookie Rush. The draw alone is fantastic. This is a phenomenal card if you don't have the second effect, and then you got the second effect, which should all but auto win you Rookie Rush. I am loving it. Same security effect, incidentally, as we always see on every Tamer we've ever seen so far. If it comes out as a security card, you play it without paying the cost, and then you get to hate on rookies and draw extra cards. It's brilliant. This is a 5 WOSI card, and this is one of those ones I don't even have to think about for a second, and I never question myself. This is a phenomenal card, which is going to be awesome. Expect to see it played in a whole bunch of decks. But I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Digimon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching WOSI Plays.